All right, someone's logged in as Paige Martin. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Jonathan Martin. Can you hear me?
Yes, which case are you here for?
The one with Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth Martin. Okay. Um, are you, where are you?
I'm at 1730 South Centerville Road, apartment 28.
All right. I didn't even know you were a part of this. Well,
Well,
they
see, that's
filed a motion to evict you from room 64. They put you in room 28. Uh, you're not paying any rent and they want you to move. What's your position?
I recently had part of my finger shot off, and I'm waiting on short-term disability.
Well, you're not
Um,
even on the, is he even on the lease? This is in the name of Elizabeth Martin and all others.
I have my own lease here. They have the wrong name on this whole file. That's why, like, I'm so confused with what's going on.
Well, you're subject to immediate order of eviction, as in like right now. There was a previous writ of eviction that was to order in room 64. You didn't move and you didn't pay anything.
In,
They
in room
moved you to
64.
this other room so you wouldn't freeze to death. I guess the argument would be that established a whole new tenancy, but that goes under no good deed goes unpunished. So how do you get to stay there if you don't pay any rent?
As soon as my disability comes through, I plan on giving them the money that I owe them.
Well, they don't want to wait that long. Andrew, have we been dealing with uh, James Martin?
Your Honor, my client indicates he doesn't even know that guy.
I have receipts and everything from the rent that I have paid in my name, Jonathan Martin. I've been here since July.
There was a change of ownership. Is Elizabeth Martin there also?
There's no my wife's name's Paige Martin. I don't know an Elizabeth Martin. I don't know what's going on here. That's why, I was just handed a piece of mail saying I had a court hearing today, and it's dated from the 22nd of January. Like,
All right, well,
I,
how long have you been? I thought this was going to be easy. How long have you been in room 28?
oh my, since October, beginning of November.
So you didn't get moved there because of the cold?
No, not that I'm aware of.
There was a change of ownership. Mr. Agnes, we do get some interesting cases out of here where nobody seems to know which way is up. So this tenant says he's been in room 28. He's not the named defendant. He's not Elizabeth Martin. He's Jonathan Martin. He's not the named defendant. He could be Elizabeth Martin and all others, but he doesn't know Elizabeth Martin. And his wife's name is Paige Martin. He's not in room 64. He wasn't given notice of that. He's in room 28. And he says he's been there since October. Your client says he doesn't even know who he is, and he says he's been there since July. So I'm confused. You got any enlightenment?
Your Honor, my client indicates no clue who this guy is. And this fella indicate he's been there since July, but then October, I'm not certain. It looks like he's losing track of his time frame. And, if he's not paying, he's not paying.
That's true. When did you ever last make a payment?
Oh man, I'd have to go through my paperwork and pull out my receipts, but my mom's been helping me at least with once a month. Like she sends me
Don't
like
tell me how to build a watch. Just tell me when you last made a payment.
I'm gonna have to say like December 30th, maybe
Uh,
27th.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't know what the deal is. The landlord says he doesn't even know who you are. Your name isn't on the complaint. Your wife's name is not on the complaint.
Would you like me to get out mail that I've received since I've been here? I need to find a receipt. It's in my name. It's man, I wish my wife was here because she keeps track of all this shit. Oh my gosh. Um,
Well, Andrew, he says your client handed him a piece of paper this afternoon and said, be in court. So was that your client that's with you now?
He indicates no.
is that Will right there?
The son, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll say. So listen, when we first got here in July with my wife and we both moved in here together. She gave them her ID first. My stuff was packed up. It was 4 weeks later. It was like either August or like the end of July that I went to the office because I had to go get a copy of my ID. I was working at B-Dubs and I took my paycheck stub in there and my ID. They have my name. They have my wife's name. My wife's name is Paige Martin. My name is Jonathan Martin. This gentleman tried getting me like I don't know. He's not a very pleasant person to deal with, but I mean
All right,
I have
all right. Andrew, who handed this gentleman a notice to be here in court?
You know,
it's a youngster with glasses.
okay, so you didn't hand it to him? Nope.
No, it wasn't him. It was a youngster with glasses. I can go outside and get him for you.
Well, did he cause it to be served on him?
You said what?
Did your client have an agent or somebody give him something?
Did you have somebody give him a copy of this stuff? He's indicating no, Your Honor.
So this, I just made this up myself, this paperwork right here. What
No,
about
I'm
Mel,
not saying you
the
did. I'm
manager?
just trying to figure out what's going on here. The bottom line is you're living there and you're not paying rent. They want you to move. This is a common practice. People move in here. The rent is week to week and it's very expensive. It's over $1,000 a month. So people move in and then they immediately stop paying. Then it takes months for the landlord to get them out. This is really screwy because the other thing is you don't have a lease. They allege that they moved you, and there's none of this is under oath, from room 64 to room 28. You deny that. Somebody who we don't know handed you a notice to be here in court today. The landlord professes to not even know who you are. But you say that you've been there for months, and I tend to believe it. Well, who's the person that gave you the notice? Are they outside the door?
I'm gonna look right now. It's one of the manager's workers out here. He brought me mail. He said I had a piece of mail because I took my dog out to the restroom, and he asked me to come grab it from him. So he was out here working in one of the rooms, and I come and he handed me this piece of mail from the 3B District Court, and it says Elizabeth Martin on it. Now my last name is Martin, and he was like, I don't know anybody else out here with the last name Martin. So I opened this, and thank God I opened it today because I have court today at 3:30. Like all this is fresh to me. Like I'm not.
All right. Andrew, are they allowed to have a dog?
My client indicates no.
Yes, oh my God.
It's a
I'm not the
motel.
only person out here with a dog. There's other people out here with dogs. Like, dude, I need to find the. Good, you're up. Hey, I need to lease. I need to lease for this place. And the thing that we signed when we first got here. My wife's here right now. She's here. Paige, say hi.
Hi.
This is 3B court. They're trying to say we're supposed to be up for eviction today. And the youngster that works out there just gave me this piece of mail today. That's dated from the January 22nd.
Yeah.
I just got it today.
I'm trying to think.
Where's that thing with all of our bills and stuff, babe? Will's trying to say that we're not even supposed to be here. He don't even know who we are.
Yeah, he does. Isn't that the one that Christian?
Yes. Hey, I'm gonna go to the office right now because I know Mel has the. Come with me, because he might need you because I know that Mel and the guy that's sitting behind you, he's the one that took my wife's ID when we first got here and made photocopies of it. So if they're professional, which they should be, it should be in the office right now, correct?
Well, I don't know. This is a mess.
This is a mess.
No
I'm
one's
sorry,
under
Your Honor.
oath. We're not taking any testimony. You're not paying any rent. I don't believe that you paid rent as recently as December. I think it's been weeks and weeks and weeks since any rent has been paid. There's a dog in there. The lease doesn't allow dogs, and they want you to move out. But in fairness to you, somebody laid this notice to court on you who you don't even know who it is. The landlord professes not to know who it is. And he wants me to sign a writ of eviction effective today. We need
Court wants
evidence
to give them 10 days, give them 10 days, just like you would on a standard one.
But excuse me, Your Honor, am I not entitled to a due right process?
Yes, you are.
Together.
And I think that's what should be in. And I feel I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, and I apologize if I'm stepping outside my boundaries. But I do know that a due right process would be fair, considering that this was just dropped on my lap, and today's supposed to be my eviction day. Like, I have a wife and a 5-year-old son. Like,
all right, well, hold still. They filed a writ of eviction on room 64. You're not in room 64. You're in room 28.
Right, and I went from 18 to 28.
Stop. So I get a writ of eviction. Somebody crosses out room 64 and puts room 28. So I'm not just going to sign a writ evicting somebody from room 28. Mr. Rognus makes a representation from his client that they moved somebody out named Elizabeth Martin into room 28. That doesn't appear to be the case.
Oh my God. My wife's middle name is Elizabeth. They messed their paperwork up.
All right. Well, so Andrew, we're going to need to put people under oath and figure out what's going on here.
Sure.
This would be a perfect case for Meg Bauer. She loves unraveling.
I was just gonna say, does you have to
mysteries.
meet with him in the breakout? If,
Yes, sir. Do you wish to speak?
No, this is Mr. Patel, in case you need to take testimony.
No, I don't have time to take testimony right now.
Okay.
This case is a mess. I think Paige Martin is Elizabeth Martin. Either your landlord is not being truthful, or he's confused, or the defendant is blatantly lying to me, and all those things have happened. In the meantime, he's not paying any rent. When does your client represent that any rent was last paid on either unit 28 or unit 64?
One time. When was that? It was in July. It's been that long? Yeah, I think it sticks out, you know. Okay. He was attending thing, you know. Okay. My client indicates it's been quite some time, several months, and they're not supposed to have a dog there.
Dude, I need you to find that. I can if the court
Just
would allow me
sit down in one spot. Stop wiggling around. You're making me nervous. I'm going to pass out from vertigo.
Sorry,
Stay in one spot.
I'm nervous myself. I'm sitting down.
We're going to set a hearing on this. We're going to put people in the courtroom. We're going to bring them over here. You're living there. You have not paid rent in months, is what I believe to be true. I don't know whether they moved you out of that unit or into this unit. I also know you're not supposed to have a dog, even though other people in there may have a dog. They want you to move, and they're going to get what they asked for. They're not at this point asking you to pay rent. They're asking you to move. They didn't do it right. Paige Martin is Elizabeth Martin. I'm guessing, but I need a sworn live hearing to determine who's telling me the truth. But my advice, Mr. Martin, is you prepare to move. You don't have a lease. You're way behind on your rent. You got a dog in there in violation of the lease. And
Am I allowed to have some court-appointed counsel?
no, you're allowed to ask legal aid to assist you, but you don't get court-appointed counsel. Let me go back to why do you get to stay there if you're not paying any rent? They're alleging you haven't paid any rent since July or sometime later. You've also got a dog there. So I'm not kicking you out today like they're asking for, but it appears to me they've got a legitimate reason to ask you to move, not the least of which is you're not paying any rent. But I still haven't figured this stuff out about moving from room 64 to room 28. Someone's lying to me. Either he is or you are.
They moved me from 18 to 28, Your Honor.
And then not 64 to 28?
No, they moved us from 18 to 28 because of bed bug infestation.
Well, when did you move to 28?
Oh man, that was.
Will you sit still? You're gonna make me swoon here. Stay in one spot.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You know, this is like I understand like the eviction has to happen at some point, but I mean, I was never given like a notice to quit or any of that. Like I've not been given a fair.
All right, I agree with you. That's why I'm gonna set it for a hearing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying, like I didn't plan on getting my finger blown off and like losing my job. Like after that, like I for medical reasons. You know what I'm saying, like, and now I'm waiting on disability to come through. Like I'm cool with leaving, but let's do this right. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Fair enough. Let's set this. Andrew, when is your brain surgery?
20th.
All right. How are you for
then?
Friday, February 16th at 1 o'clock?
And can we get the dog out of there before then?
Probably not. I could try to set it for, I set some stuff in here. How about we set this for Friday at 10:30?
Friday the 9th
Friday the 16th.
at 10:30.
Yes.
I've got an 8:30 with Paul. I should be free by then.
All right. That will be live at court.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Martin, this is you and your wife, Paige and Jonathan Martin.
Yes, sir.
Do you receive mail at room 18 or room 28?
28, Your Honor. Yes.
All right. I think his story is closer to the truth than yours is. I think he moved you from one room to another, but I can't tell what else beyond that. Also, if you contend that you've paid some rent somewhere, I paid rent somewhere. He says he hasn't paid rent since somewhere. Nobody knows what the heck's going on. You're not supposed to have a dog. If you move by February 16th, we don't even need to have a hearing, but it will be live in person. The number for legal aid is, Meg?
269.
Yep, of course he doesn't have anything to write on.
Yeah, I'm right here. I got it. 269
366
366
3385.
366 3385.
I will give her a heads up that you're gonna call her directly, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. And you said the hearing is at what time on the 16th?
It's at 10:30.
Okay, is Is it okay if I show up? My wife has work. I don't want her to have to miss work unless you guys need her there. I'll bring whatever documentation necessary.
No, she's the lease holder. She isn't there. She's subject to default. So my suggestion is that she be there. All right, I'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I thought that was gonna take 5 minutes. Andrew, that's all on you.
Hey,
We'll
that's what
figure it
you
out.
were thinking.
All right, bring your client, any documentation they have, we'll put it under oath
Yep,
and figure out which way is up.
got it.